Looking for a versatile and reliable gaming controller that won't break your bank? Today, we're diving into the EasySMX M15 Bluetooth Edition, a device promising compatibility across multiple platforms with top-notch features. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. Packaging is pretty slick and straightforward. Inside, you'll have a USB charging cable, manuals, and of course the unit. Since it's now Bluetooth edition, you no longer have to worry about specifically aiming the port just for it to be connected. You can also use a controller while charging, and when it's connected directly to a PC or a handheld console, like a Lenovo Legion Go, it normally recognizes the controller as an Xbox controller, so you can play right away while charging it. Picking up charging time normally takes around 2 hours. Battery life is anywhere between 7 to 8 hours, basing on my testing. You can probably get more if you will just adjust the vibration level because the EasySMX M15 has 6 level of adjustable vibration. So if you're gonna be choosing to have a stronger vibration, the battery will drain faster. Now that I am full charge, just like Goku in this game, you can now play using wireless connection. And based on my testing, there's no difference between wired and wireless. There is no delay. Maybe if I'm gonna be playing competitive gaming, maybe that's the only time that you will experience that. But if you're just gonna be playing fighting games, JRPG games, platformer games, I don't think you'll have any issue. So if you already own a wired edition of the EasySMX M15, the only reason for you to get the Bluetooth edition is that if you're gonna be using it for Nintendo Switch. That alone is the reason why I recommend getting the Bluetooth edition instead of the wired one since they're priced the same because you have more flexibility. You can use the controller to more devices. Weight is not going to be an issue as well since the EasySMX M15 is not that heavy. But of course, since this is not a full-fledged Joy-Con, there are some features that it doesn't have. Let's start with it cannot wake up the Nintendo Switch. It also doesn't have gyro support, doesn't have NFC feature, so you cannot use Amiibo. But hey, it already fixed the number one issue of the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con, which is stick drift. Since the EasySMX M15 is using a Hall effect stick, it won't have any stick drift. Now let's talk about the D-pad and of course the face buttons, the AVXY buttons. So what we're using here are mechanical switches, which is very tactile. This should be the standard for most controllers. Mechanical keys all the way. Good thing that they're using Hall effect joysticks, so rest assured that you're not gonna experience stick drift when playing, so you can go ahead and use and abuse your controller. When it comes to comfort, I can say that the ECSMX M15 controller is really comfortable to use thanks to its grips at the back. One major downside I noticed is the limited screen size it can accommodate. While it's perfect for smartphones, it doesn't fit larger devices like an iPad or let's say a Samsung tablet in landscape mode. This is a huge letdown for those who prefer gaming on a bigger screen without using an external controller. If you're planning to use this with a tablet, you likely need a separate stand, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a mobile gaming controller. One of the best part of this being Bluetooth is that you can now connect it to iOS devices even though you don't have the Type-C connection that's iPhone 15 and up. The EasySMX M15 Bluetooth Edition stand out as a versatile and feature-rich controller suitable for gamers across various platforms. It also has macros that lets you record 21 buttons, and it also has a turbo function that has up to 4 levels. If you're interested in getting the EasySMX M15 Bluetooth Edition, I'll be leaving a link in the description box of this video. You'll also be getting a 15% discount if you're going to be using my code. What are your thoughts on the EasySMX M15? Have you tried it or are you considering making the switch?